appointed by the NCLT for the NCLT convened meeting of the equity shareholders of the company. I am attending this meeting from ICICI Lombard office in Mumbai. Individual directors to introduce themselves, herself. Bhargav Das Gupta.
Hello, I am Bhargav Das Gupta, attending this meeting from the corporate office at ICICI Lombard.
Ashwin Parekh.
Ashwin Parekh, independent director of the company, attending this meeting from my residence in Mumbai. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Uday Chitre, independent director of the company, attending this meeting from my residence in Mumbai. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Suresh Kumar, independent director, attending this meeting from my residence in Dubai. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Ved Prakash Chaturvedi, independent director, attending this meeting from my residence in Mumbai. Thank you.
Murli Shivaraman.
Good afternoon. I'm Murli Shivaraman, independent director of the company, attending this meeting from my residence in Mumbai. Thank you.
Vishakha Mule.
Hi, I'm Vishakha Mule. I'm attending my meeting from my residence in Mumbai.
Sandeep Batra.
This is Sandeep Batra, attending this meeting from my office at ICICI Bank in Mumbai.
Alok Kumar Agarwal.
Lombard office in Mumbai. Thank you.
Sanjeev Mantri.
Good afternoon. I am Sanjeev Mantri, Executive Director, attending this meeting from ICICI Lombard office in Mumbai.
Apart from the board of directors, we also have Mr. Vikas Behra, Company Secretary of the company, join this meeting from ICICI Lombard office in Mumbai, and other key management personnel join this meeting. Mr. S.N. Chaturvedi, Partner Chaturvedi and Company, Mr. R. Surya Narayanan, Partner PKF Sridhar and Santhanam LLP, the joint statutory auditors of the company, have joined this meeting. Mr. B.V. Dholake, Designated Partner Dholake and Associates LLP, Secretarial Auditor of the company, has joined the meeting. Mr. P.N. Parekh of Messrs. Parekh and Associates, Practicing Company Secretaries, Scrutinizers, appointed by the Honorable NCLT to scrutinize votes cast electronically through remote e-voting prior to the meeting and e-voting during the meeting, has also joined this meeting from his respective location. I sincerely thank all the equity shareholders of the company who have joined this meeting through VC/OAVM. The company has made necessary arrangements to ensure participation of equity shareholders at the meeting through VC/OAVM mode and to enable them to vote on the resolution set forth in the notice electronically. Trust all of you have referred the general instructions for e-voting and participation in the meeting. In case equity shareholders face any difficulty, they may reach out on the helpline numbers given on page number 11 of the notice of the meeting under the head Instructions for Equity Shareholders for attending the meeting through VC/OAVM. Since the meeting is held through VC/OAVM mode, facility for appointment of proxies was not applicable. Hence, the company has not provided proxy forms to its members and did not maintain proxy register. Notice convening the meeting. Notice convening the meeting along with the explanatory statement, scheme and corresponding annexures mentioned therein was sent to the equity shareholders of the company through electronic mode whose email addresses were registered with the depository participants on Wednesday, January 20, 2021. A copy of the notice, scheme, explanatory statement along with the corresponding annexures mentioned therein are available on the website of the company at www.icicilombard.com, the website of BSE Limited and National Stock Exchange of India Limited, respectively, and also on the website of the National Security Depository Limited. The equity shareholders are now requested to note that all the documents referred on page number 29 of the notice convening the meeting were made available for inspection of the equity shareholders at the registered office of the company and through electronic mode on a request. In terms of the notice convening the meeting, the proposal for approval of the scheme of arrangement amongst Bharati AXA General Insurance Company Limited and ICICI Lombard General Insurance Company Limited and their respective shareholders and creditors under section 230 to 232 and other applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013, section 35 to 37 of the Insurance Act 1938 is to be considered at the meeting. With the permission of the equity shareholders, I now take the notice convening this meeting as read. The proposal along with the background and rationale of the scheme has been explained in the notice along with the explanatory statement and the annexures mentioned in the notice convening this meeting. Nevertheless, I would like to mention again about the proposal, which is a demerger of the Bharati AXA non-life insurance business into ICICI Lombard through a scheme of arrangement. Bharati AXA is a public limited company registered as a general insurance company with the IRDAI and is currently engaged in providing non-life insurance products to its customers. The proposed transaction is expected to result in value creation for the equity shareholders and other stakeholders of the company through meaningful revenue economies of scale, growth, and operational synergies. Policyholders are also expected to gain from an enhanced product suite and deeper customer connect touch points. Employees of the combined businesses will also benefit by greater opportunities across functions and geographies. Upon this scheme becoming effective, as a consideration for the demerger, the company will issue and allot 35756,194 equity shares of the company of rupees 10 each, fully paid up to the equity shareholders of Bharati AXA based on the valuation report submitted by the valuers. The joint statutory auditors of the company have issued certificates stating that the accounting treatment specified in the scheme is in compliance with the accounting standards prescribed under Section 133 of the Companies Act 2013. The auditor certificates are also available for inspection on the website of the company at www.icicilombard.com. I would like to inform to the equity shareholder, pursuant to the provisions of the Companies Act 2013, read with relevant rules and directions contained in the order of the Hon'ble Tribunal, the company had provided an opportunity to its shareholders to exercise their voting rights through electronic voting, remote e-voting, in respect of the business set out in the notice convening the meeting during the period from Saturday, February 20th, 2021, starting at 9 a.m. IST to Monday, February 22nd, 2021 at 5 p.m. IST. The company has extended the facility of voting during the meeting, and the equity shareholders who have not cast their vote earlier and participating in the meeting can cast their votes through e-voting module made available by National Securities Depository Limited, NSDL, during the meeting. The procedure for voting during the meeting is same as the procedure for remote e-voting provided in the notice convening this meeting. With your consent, the resolution mentioned in the notice is taken as read and will be put to vote shortly by electronic means only. The resolution is required to be passed with requisite majority under Section 232 of the Companies Act 2013 and applicable rules. The scrutinizer appointed by the Honorable NCLT, namely Mr. P.N. Parikh, will scrutinize votes cast electronically through remote e-voting and e-voting during the meeting and to submit the consolidated report of voting to the company. Before putting the resolution to vote, I would like to invite speaker equity shareholders who have done their prior registration to speak. Only those equity shareholders who are holding equity shares of the company as on cutoff date for e-voting, that is Tuesday, February 16, 2021, are entitled to participate and speak at the meeting, subject to prior registration. With due respect to other speakers and time, I kindly request each speaker to be brief and restrict their suggestions or comments to 3 minutes on matter as set forth in the notice. To avoid repetition, the answers to all the questions will be provided at the end of the Q&A session. I now request the moderator to please go ahead with the session.
Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf. We have received first registration from Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf. Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf has not joined this meeting. We request our next speaker shareholder, Ms. Lekha Shah.
Hello.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Welcome.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you. We request you to please turn your camera on and then proceed with your speech.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected Chairperson, ma'am, Board of Directors, and my fellow members, good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Lekha Shah, Mumbai from Andheri. First of all, I am very much thankful to our Company Secretary, Mr. Vikas ji, and his team, especially Akshay Bhai and Reema Ben, for sending very good investor services and also sending me the NCLT notice by email well in time in such a difficult situation, which is full of knowledge, fact and pickets in place. So I am very grateful to our Company Secretary, Mr. Vikas ji. Ma'am, I pray to God that He always shower His blessing upon you. I am proud to be a shareholder of this company. Ma'am, I would like to ask only 2 questions. My first question is, how we are encouraging our employees? My second question is, what is the roadmap for the next 2 years? So, I would like to say, I strongly support the special resolutions for today's meeting and my best wishes always our company and its prosperity. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. We request our next speaker shareholder, Mr. Yusuf Rangwala, to please join. Mr. Yusuf Rangwala. Mr. Yusuf Rangwala is not able to connect with us.
Can you hear my voice? Yes, good afternoon, sir. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Sir, what happened? Only 2 minutes my network was gone, sir. That is why, sir. I am very thankful to our Vikas, sir, who is a very grateful and very calm person. And आपका सब शेयर डिपार्टमेंट बहुत अच्छा है, सर. उनका सर मैं बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ. आज इसके हिसाब से मैं आपका जो भारतीय अपना एयरटेल जो अपने इंश्योरेंस का नॉन इंश्योरेंस बिजनेस है जो अपने साथ होएगा और उसके बाद सर अपनी कंपनी विल बी लार्जेस्ट इन द इंश्योरेंस बिजनेस, सर. इट विल बी लार्जेस्ट इंश्योरेंस बिजनेस और अपना मार्केट में अपना रेट भी इतना अच्छा है, सर. लाजवाब रेट है, सर. इसके बारे में कोई कुछ कहना नहीं है, सर. और सर जानना चाहता हूँ, सर ये मैडम मुझे जानना चाहता हूँ कि अपना लास्ट बोनस आपने कभी दिया है? आपके पास इक्विटी भी इतना अच्छा रिजर्व है, मैडम. ये 2 हो जाने के बाद अपना कंपनी लार्जेस्ट हो जाएगा, मैडम. तो आप हमें एक सोचिए बोनस देने के बारे में. और जानना चाहता हूँ कोविड-19 में अपने पीपल को कोई इफेक्ट हुआ है? एनी पीपल इज इफेक्टेड एंड व्हाट आर द टोटल पीपल स्टाफ आर वर्किंग? और मैं इतना चाहता हूँ ये जो रिजोल्यूशन है उसको मैं फुल सपोर्ट करता हूँ और मैं आपको फुल देना चाहता हूँ मेरा सपोर्ट. और आने वाले सब त्योहारों का मैं सब मैडम मैं आपको शुभकामनाएं देना चाहता हूँ. और एक छोटे से मैं आपको शेर और शायरी बोलना चाहता हूँ. इस बहाने आपसे मुलाकात हो रही है पर आपसे रूबरू नहीं मुलाकात हो रही, मैडम. एक हमें रिक्वेस्ट है, मैडम, आफ्टर कोविड-19 हो जाए तो आप हमें आपके ऑफिस में गेट टुगेदर रखिए, मैडम. एक हमारा हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट है. हर साल अपन फिजिकल मीटिंग मिलते हैं लेकिन इस साल कोविड-19 के हिसाब से अपन नहीं मिल सके. लेकिन ये जो हो जाए सर आपका, मैडम, तो हम आपसे रूबरू मिलना चाहते हैं. बस मुझे और तो कुछ नहीं कहना चाहता है. अभी आने वाले त्योहारों अभी होली, मैं आपको होली की बहुत शुभकामनाएं देना चाहता हूँ. पूरा बोर्ड और विकास सर सबको टीम की तरफ से मैं बहुत विश यू हैप्पी होली. थैंक यू वेरी मच, सर. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र, वंदे मातरम, भारत माता की जय. एंड प्लीज टेक केयर इन कोविड-19, सर. प्लीज टेक केयर ऑफ ऑल द स्टाफ and all the shareholders, sir, and all the people there. Thank you very much, sir. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Yusuf Rangwala. We request our next speaker shareholder, Ms. Prakashini Shenoy. Good afternoon, ma'am, and welcome. We request you to please turn your camera on and then kindly proceed with your speech.
Can you hear me, madam?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
I am Prakashini Shenoy from Bombay. Respected Honorable Chairman, other dignitaries on the board, and my fellow shareholders, good afternoon to all of you. I received the soft copy of the EGM report, which is self-explanatory I thank the company secretary, Mr. Vikas Mehra and Akshay Parekh for the same. I should not forget to once again thank Mr. Akshay Parekh for phoning me yesterday and even today, even just now, and has given me the link, without which I wouldn't have been able to speak. I'm once again very, very grateful to you, Mr. Vikas and Mr. Akshay ji. This is the first time that a company is conducting video conferencing meeting due to COVID-19. We are living in a days where everything is unpredictable lives, including our existence. In such a circumstances, running a company like ICICI Lombard is not a small thing. I appreciate, sir. Sir, I have few questions. What is the effect of COVID-19 on our company and what are its challenges? The next question is, what is the benefit to all the shareholders after the acquisition of Bharati AXA? Last but not the least, we are meeting for the first time we are meeting over video conferencing for the first time. I wish one and all good luck and happy, prosperous and healthy and wealthy new year. I wish the company good luck for a bright future and pray God that the profit of the company shall reach the peak in due course. Sir, I support the resolution put forth in today's meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, for joining the meeting. We now request our next and last speaker shareholder, Mr. Dinesh Bhatia.
हेलो हेलो
Welcome, sir.
आप सुन सकते हैं मुझे?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Kindly proceed with your speech, sir.
फर्स्ट तो मैं हमारे चेयरपर्सन को और पूरा डायरेक्टर टीम को कांग्रेस कहूँगा कि हमारी कंपनी बहुत बढ़िया काम कर रही है, बहुत बढ़िया बिजनेस कर रही है। आज मैं मानता हूँ कि जनरल इंश्योरेंस में शायद हम नंबर 1 पे हो सकते हैं। वो हम कौन सा नंबर पे है जरा बताएंगे कि हम इंडिया में जो जनरल इंश्योरेंस कंपनी है, बिजनेस में भी है और ऐसा नाम, तो हम कौन नंबर 1 में है, एक चीज़ वो हमें जानना था। और दूसरा, हम देख रहे हैं कि कोविड के टाइम में भले शेयर का जो भाव जो हो कम हो गया था, 800 रुपया 805 तक चला गया था, लेकिन अभी जो हम बिजनेस जो हमारी कंपनी कर रही है, और दूसरा ये जो भारतीय AXA के साथ ये कर रही है मर्ज का, तो उसका जो हमें बेनिफिट मिलने का एक्सपेक्ट है, उसके हिसाब से ही हमारे मार्केट में आज कल बहुत भाव गिर गया, 1000 पॉइंट के ऊपर गिर गया, फिर भी आज हमारा जो कंपनी का शेयर का भाव 1508 रुपया है, हाईएस्ट के नज़दीक है। तो ये बहुत अच्छी साइनिंग दिखा रही है कि हमारी कंपनी आगे तरक्की करने वाली है। खाली मुझे एक चीज़ जानना था कि ये सब करने से हमारा कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ेगा और कितनी लायबिलिटी उनकी जो है वो भी हमारे ऊपर बढ़े। जो प्रपोर्शनेट तो दिया है कि 2 शेयर हमारे ICICI लोम्बार्ड के हम देंगे भारतीय AXA को 115 शेयर के सामने, माने रेशियो तो काफ़ी कम अपने को शेयर देना पड़ेगा, लेकिन कितना हमारा शेयर हमको देना पड़ेगा ये कंपनी के शेयर होल्डर को, और कितना परसेंटेज अपना शेयर जो है होल्डिंग बढ़ जाएगा, कितना परसेंट अपने को ये लोग को देना पड़ेगा, अपना जो शेयर होल्डिंग है अभी उसमें कितना शेयर होल्डिंग बढ़ेगा, उसके बारे में थोड़ा जानकारी देंगे। और दूसरा, ये जो कंपनी है उनका बिजनेस कितना है, और अच्छी बात है कि उसका बिजनेस तो होएगा ही, और हमारे से हम अगर एक ही बिजनेस में है तो हम करेंगे तो हमारा थोड़ा एक्सपेंसेस भी काफ़ी रिड्यूस हो जाएगा, तो हम मुनाफे में भी आ जाएंगे। तो वो उसके बारे में थोड़ा जानकारी देंगे कि क्या बिजनेस इंक्रीज होने की संभावना आपको दिखती है और कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट हमारा होने वाला है। बाकी तो आप लोग ने, आपका सेक्रेटरी टीम ने जो हमें इधर बोलने का जो मौका दिया और रिफ्रेश भी किया सुबह भी कि आप मीटिंग में आना, एक अच्छी आप लोग के सेक्रेटरी टीम की शेयर होल्डर के प्रति भावना अच्छी है, तो उसके लिए उनको भी मैं आपको और उनको सबको थैंक्स कहता हूँ। मेरा सब रिजोल्यूशन में सपोर्ट है। थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. We have given opportunity to all our speaker shareholders who had registered with us. Now we request our chairperson, madam, to continue with the speech, please. Thank you.
Okay. Now I request Mr. Bhargav Das Gupta, Managing Director and CEO, to respond to the queries raised by the shareholders. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, respected shareholders. Let me answer each of the questions raised by all the shareholders. So, Madam Lekha Shah, first, thank you for your support and your kind words. You had two questions. What are we planning regarding the employees? So Bharti General has, at the date of the transaction that we announced, has about 2,400 employees. As you know, ICICI Group, has always respected talent, and the approach that we have is that we will look at synergy and integration of the teams. We will obviously want to look at giving career options to some of their employees. Particularly the talented employees will find a lot of opportunity within ICICI Lombard in the merged entity. The second question that you had is the roadmap for the next 2 years. So the whole deal rationale is the fact that two companies are coming together. There will be a lot of synergies both on the revenue side as also on the cost side, and we need to, as a management team, jointly work together to make that synergy come through. So the focus will be on terms of execution, integrating the two organizations, integrating the teams. There is a lot of independent distributors of Baji that we will get. So we have to integrate them in the in the ICICI Lombard family. So our roadmap will be largely focused on integrating the two teams and getting the benefit of the synergy that we believe is there in this transaction. The second question came from Mr. Yusuf Rangwala. Again, Mr. Rangwala, thank you for your support and thank you for the kind words. You had two questions. One was about the bonus, which, honestly, I believe that's a question relevant for the larger AGM, and we'll be happy to take that question in the AGM. Today, our agenda is very focused on the NCLT mandate. You also had another question on COVID. Given that it's very topical and there is impact for everyone at this point in time, let me answer that question. At least for ICICI Lombard, from the start to now, we've had about 280 people who've got affected. By the grace of God, we've not had a single, loss of life in ICICI Lombard, and that's largely because of the focus on employee safety that we had right from the beginning. The third question came from Mrs. Prakashini Shenoy. Again, thank you, ma'am, for your best wishes and your support. You had also a question of COVID-19. I think I've answered that question. And the challenges that are posed by COVID-19. Obviously, for all businesses, initially it was a very difficult phase where we had to adjust to working in this new reality. Health claims and costs were increasing. But on balance, as a company, we've been able to handle the challenge. And as you can see from our numbers for 9 months, I think we are behind. We've crossed that hump. We will have to watch what happens in the next 3 months. But overall, we remain reasonably confident about our ability to handle the challenge. You had a question on benefit to shareholders. So if you look at the whole deal rationale, as I said, there are synergies both on the revenue side as also in terms of the cost side. Bharti General, if you look at in terms of the size of the company, the size of the company is roughly about, as on 31st March 2020, it was a 3,157 crore. So if you look at the price that we've paid, the price in terms of discount to ICICI Lombard, it is roughly about 29% discount to our price to book and roughly about 65% discount to price to GWP. So in terms of the value to our shareholders, we believe once the synergy and the integration is done and the synergy benefit comes through, we will provide tremendous benefit to our shareholders. The company also comes with a lot of new distributors, particularly in the retail side. It has a lot of investment that they've been making in terms of scaling up the business in the last 3-4 years. We believe we will be able to benefit from that, when we combine the two organizations. The fourth speaker was Mr. Dinesh Bhatia. Again, Mr. Bhatia, thank you for your support. You had four questions. First was in terms of position in the marketplace and who is the number one. As of 31st March 2020, we were number 5. And when we did the transaction, the merged entity would become number 3 on a pro forma basis. As we speak, even otherwise, as a company, we moved into number 3, even without the transaction being done. But this will solidify our position as number 3 in the industry. The number 1 company is New India. You asked a question on the investment that we'll get. The investment book of Bharti AXA is about 4,800 crores. That will come to us as part of the transaction. You also asked a question on number of shares and the dilution. So the dilution is about 7.3% and the number of shares is about 35 million shares. So post the integration, we will issue 35.75 million shares, and the effective dilution will be about 7.3% of the company. You had another question in terms of the business of Baji. Baji is in the same business as us, general insurance. They write motor, health, crop, corporate lines, all segments of business that that we are also present in. But there is within the large opportunity, there are certain specifics of market segments that they are strong in, and that's where we believe there will be a lot of synergy between the two of us. I think that was your last question. Thank you.
The queries have now been answered. As mentioned earlier, those who have not cast their vote on the resolution set forth in the notice may do so now, as the e-voting platform is available for the next 30 minutes. I declare the meeting as closed as soon as the voting on the resolution has been completed by the equity shareholders through e-voting. I authorize the whole-time director of the company or the company secretary to declare the results of the e-remote e-voting as well as for the electronic voting done at the meeting today, along with the scrutinizer's report. The results will be announced within 48 hours from the conclusion of the meeting, that is on or before Thursday, February 25th, 2021, to the stock exchanges where the equity shares of the company are listed, and shall also be displayed at the notice board of the registered office of the company and hosted on the website of the company and on the website of NSDL, along with the scrutinizer's report. The same would also be duly recorded as part of the proceedings of the meeting. This concludes the formal business of the meeting. Before I conclude, on behalf of the company, I wish to place on record our gratitude to all our shareholders, creditors, distributors, and regulatory authorities for their cooperation and active participation in the proceedings, and for their valuable suggestions, and all the employees for their hard work and their commitment. Please stay healthy and stay safe and take care of yourselves. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Namaskar.
That's all.
Are we meeting again for a digital presentation?
I think they will send a separate link for that, Suresh.
Okay. So we can log out.
We need not wait till 4:30. I mean, if everybody is okay, we can continue.
Yeah, we can check with them actually. That's a good idea. We can have that presentation earlier.
I think the
otherwise they have given time of 4:30.
I had set up at 4:30.